and let me go on live quickly. Um, Excited to see you guys on this live Zoom call, and this is the number 14 of the Zoom call since the beginning of March, and haven't missed a week. We haven't missed a week, so I'm really proud the fact that we haven't missed a week, and I'm really proud of the fact that we are doing this on on a weekly basis. I'm seeing you guys. I'm seeing the people who are keep coming. I'm so proud of you guys who are able to make the time and join us. You know, I had this this call since March, and cannot be more happy the fact that people are coming, and I'm seeing everyone. So say hi to all of you guys, seeing you guys online, and you know what? This is a wonderful opportunity for people like us. Hi, say hi for everyone's on the Facebook, live call. This is a wonderful opportunity for everyone who have been doing this for a number of time, number of years, and the story of raising capital never. The story of raising capital never have a dual moment, especially time like this. And some of you guys, I'm just slowly doing it and meeting all you guys online, and say hi. The today's topic is about knowing the money ball game, and a lot of material today I want to share with you guys. And in terms of how I've been raising capital, some of the things that I learned, some of the hard lessons I learned, some of the good things, some of the bad things. I'm good fortunate to be able to work with some of the money guys, to be able to in this good stories. I want to share some success, that the small success that I have, what the success I have, I want to share to give it back to the community. And I think it's perfect timing for hi, say hi to everyone on Facebook. Hi, everyone's on YouTube and on Zoom. I know I'm at different places. Hi, John. Say hi to you. So as I said, I've been doing this Zoom call since the beginning of March. This is Zoom call number 14. I'm really proud of the fact that I'm seeing all you guys every week. I'm seeing all you guys every week, and sometimes Saturday and boot camp and whatnot. But the game of the raising is I would say is one of the most mythic in terms of people who have been trying to do this, and it's everyone's want to use OPM. OPM is the longest, is probably the name is stand for other people's money, by the way, and it's the game that has been around in the industry for a long time. And people keep want to learning about it. And you know what? The game is keep changing. And I tell you, long story short is I'm in the money raising game, and I was listening yesterday learning how to do capital raising online. And all of you guys have the great, wonderful opportunity right now. And it's mentioned about the fact that nowadays you can create a Facebook account, you can create a LinkedIn account, you can create an Instagram account, and Google business page account, all for free. And you have basically the reach of the entire world. It's not even exaggerating. You have the reach of the entire world. Just the fact that creating some free accounts, and don't get me wrong, you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn to do it properly, just like anything. People who have been raising money offline, they didn't. Hi, John. Hi, Joshua. They didn't learn it from day one. They have to go to the live face meeting, go to networking, and pay the deal and whatnot, and become so good. Now the game just changed, right? Because now we're all in the home and we are all learning how to do it online. But today is nothing fancy, nothing fancy. But I want to share some of the, as I said, what are the secrets of people who have been able to do money raising? I don't think that's one overarching, things that you just did and be successful in raising money. But the fact is, it's come down to a few things I want to share with you guys. It's come down to credibility. Sometimes it comes down to experience, comes down to track records, and comes down to marketing. But the thing is, one thing that I've been coming up again and again is I want to share with you. That's why I want to create this, what I call the money ball game of raising capital. Let's just dive down into it. I said it's all about credibility. you know. And are you guys, by the way, are you guys able to see my screens? I just want to quickly check it because I are you guys able to see my screens? Let me know. So all you guys in the Facebook cannot see my screen. By the way, I want to share with you on the Zoom call. Just go on the Zoom call, and because it is, well, someone just typed chat. Yes, on the screen. Thanks, Will. So what you see on the screen is a little bit of, nothing big, nothing small. Is a communications with myself and the investors, and I try to blur everything, and I think I did. And we are about exiting investment that I did 2 years ago, and it's not a huge investment. It's a 50,000 US investment with this good lady that have been investing with me. I've been giving her cash flow every single month, and for a great amount. And at the end, so feel free to take couple seconds read my text. And I say, now we're about to be able to exit, and basically I answer, what do you want to do about your money? That's my money. So we are really in a good fortune, even at times like this. We're able to good fortune is basically, take give the returns what we promised the investor, 100%, probably with some bonus, and and basically giving that the original amount and plus profit that we promised. So I said, what do you want to do? And if you pay attention, they say you can make you can make the decision for the investment basically for me, and thanks for your time. She is not interested. Why I'm sharing with you, she's not interested to take the money out. Why I want to share this on the slide is about credibility, track record, and experience. And I think about how should I demonstrate that. It's nothing better than demonstrating a track record by having a snapshot on investing, telling you that, you can keep having my money. I trust you. I think you have done a good job. And please help me to duplicating the money. So for all you guys who are joining me online on Zoom call, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on meetups. So I've been saying that's like kind of like open secrets for all you guys who have been listening, who have been sharing my story. And I want to share because it is really come down to three things: credibility. You have to build your credibility, and you have to build a track record, and you can build your experience. So basically, it's a step-by-step process. Then I share and share and share many in my Zoom call, in my meetup calls. I say that so many times. You can build your credibility slowly. Hi, Mandy. It's come down to all this step by step. But why I want to show you the screens, because I want to show you it's workable. It's a step by step process that it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what's your background. It doesn't matter what is your experience in the States. You can be green, you can be veteran, you can be many, but you can play. And trust me, I have done this game. I'm continuously playing this game. By the way, it's a fantastic game to play in the money raising game right now, because there's a lot of that have lost a lot of capital in the stock market. And it's volatile every day, and they, and they don't like, I was a stock investor, and I hate looking at my Apple app. I have Apple, and then look at all the red or all the green. It changes every single day, and I don't know when my return is going to be. So I guess that's those investors will be the one that you can be able to help if you decided that building the game of credibility, building the game of track record, and building your experience is important for you. And you know what? This is the time. That's why I want to share with you over and over again. Raise capital, and it's all about knowing the money ball game. So I've been telling you guys, I've been multifamily investors, and I joined the real estate market since 2006, and invest in Canada, US, and Hong Kong, and do different kind of single family apartments. And eventually I say, what is better way? Hi, Ray from Facebook. What is better way to share my messages? Share messages. If I'm in and I don't like the return on the Canadian soil. I love this country. Don't get me wrong. I love living in this country. It's a freedom. It's a freedom country that I can do a lot of things as a Canadian immigrant and from China. But at the same time, I think there's more to it. There's more to it. When you look at our continent in Canada, it's connected, the longest border. And that's the time that when I say, I need to go down to 2015, 16, I started going to the US. And you know what? I learned about, and it was pretty challenging at the beginning. But I figured out that, you know what, if some other people can done it, and I can do it. And I did it now. And I started sharing about how to do investing multifamily in the US, and starting just like you and many of you guys online, on Zoom, on Facebook. You know, you may be a single family investment guy. You may be just learning. Some of my students, they're just learning. They have zero experience. Just get this, zero real estate experience. And they say, you know what? I'm just going to learn it. I'm just going to go into the game, and nothing can stop me. And I think that person could be you. You know, that was me. You know, that was me in 2006. That was me in 2015 when I go to the US, a multifamily. And I think you can do it as well. And that's why I'm here, by the way, because I think you can do it. So this is my 17th event of the year. I told you I have a 14 or 15 Zoom calls since the pandemic. And the numbers, I think, is increased now. Is between 3,000 to 4,000 attendees have been listening to me speak online, sharing multifamily. How do you do it in US? And I said many, how do you do it in US? And I do it one step at a time. Every time I pick a topic, I think I what I call a bite-sized topic that can actually help you guys, where my mentor used in the years, give me bite-sized topic to help me to learn my investing game. And this is what we're talking about. Today is about building the capital gain. And I map it out for you. You have to do those things. You have to do networking. You have to map out your investor. You have to build a team. You have to have mentors, sponsor, and experienced investors who can guide you if you're new. And it's come down to know, like, trust. You know, come down to know your investor, let them to like you, and create the trust in between the investor and yourself, the bonding. And it's also about credibility. It's about building a track record. It's about building a viable experience that can show people that is real, that's provable, and you can show your investors. And that's what I initially do. And that's what I'm continue to do. And that's what I think you and I should do continuously, because I'm doing it. So a little bit about myself. I have been speaking on Calgary and speaking in Toronto. Some of the books I wrote with Brian Tracy, another one with James Melachap. And so I also on Canadian Wealth Magazine and you know, on Calgary Herald a couple of years ago. But this is really simple. My multifamily vision is very simple. I want to tell people how you can do it, just like the way that I do it. You can make cash flow investment, because it's way better to be investing in multifamily and cash flow. And you can invest with passive investors, just like, you know, the topic that I'm sharing with you today is about how do you, first of all, when you approach a passive investor, don't get me wrong, you have to be really respectable the fact that they are looking at potential opportunity and partnering with someone like myself or someone like you, you know, because it's hard-earned money. You have to get that right, by the way. Get that right, or don't even join this game at all. Get this right, because respecting an investor and their money is the number one thing. As an investor, we have to be totally, you basically download this in your mind. Because if you know and you're trusted by that, and you're going to see this slides that I showed you earlier. I'm going to go back to that. They must say that you can make the decision for me and investment, and it's a 50,000 US. It happens to me. It happens to anyone else if you have the right mindset. So again, another thing is, I believe on the multifamily missions, I believe you can have your team to be successful. And that's what you have to do in the multifamily game. It's a big game. It's a big game. You need to have a lot of people. You need to build up your network. You need to build your team, right? Hi, Richard, on Facebook. And you have to do all those things. But I believe I mapped it up for you. Again, my multifamily mission is, if investor investing in single family, they should already jump on the family game right now. Cash flow is much better, and I'm talking about from experience. And equity can be much better, because you basically have your team to help you. You don't basically do it all by yourself. You do it with a team. You build with your money partner. You do it with your investor. You do it with your brokers. And I share a little bit of that on today, because today is not about building a team, but I also share that owning more is definitely better than owning less. And plus, I haven't put it here. This is today, right now. The world is going to change right now. The world is going to change in the fact that we are experiencing one of the greatest opportunity in our lifetime. after 2008, this is the best opportunity. If you haven't make a note of that, pay attention. Don't just listen to me, listen to everyone else and pay attention to the people who have been successful investing. Like Rich Dad Pudat and a couple of the guys, they have been waiting on the sideline like for this opportunity. But how can you take advantage of this? You have to start on getting into reckon of raising capital, creating a legacy for your family. That's something that's for me. That's I write it down, maybe not for you, but this is for me. I want more time for my family. I want to create more free time so that I don't have to manage my single families. I was in the single family games. I know how it works. I want to create more time so that I don't have to manage my single families. And I'm in the middle of selling all my single family and converting all to multifamily. And the breaking down is really simple 8 steps. I say that many times on my meetups, on my Zoom call, on all my personal training. You have to find your market and manage a team, underwriting the deals, re-evaluate, meaning the due diligencing of the deal, generating the deal flow, investing with investors, which is what we talk about today, using and investing and partnering with other people's money, negotiating and making good offers. There's no better time in negotiating right now at this time. And goal is to close it. And I say that emerging to multifamilies. And it's really come down to simple. There's 8 steps. And this slide is really intriguing for me. Until you click it. Which I put at, Robert Kiyosaki. He say that, I'm on his email list, and I'm on his email list because I want to hear what he continues saying it. You may not agree with everything he say, but I think something he has been saying it for the last 20 years. And I think it has been happening again. And I think it's no better way to summarize what he said in looking at this chat. So this is a balance sheet of Federal Reserve. This is public information, by the way. Anyone, I welcome you. I think we're investing in money, touching money in the stock market. You should go and actually look on the Federal Reserve. What is the balance sheet right now? Federal Reserve is, we all know it, is a U.S. Central bank, and it's the biggest bank of all, in the whole world. And everyone buys reserve treasury bonds. Basically, that's what it is. If you don't know that, just a little bit, of how money is being created right now since the 70s, and US passed the law. Basically, every single dollar that every single dollar that they passed the bill and make is backed by a $1 of equivalent of bonds. So basically, every dollar you see is a debt. This is not what I'm trying to talk about, and it is, even though it's very important to know that. So, but basically, I want to snapshot to the 6 months ago. We were 4 trillion. That's where the bank account of the Federal Reserve was. And it only takes about 6 months to double the bank account, meaning that since 6 months ago, that were built since before 2008. Why I'm showing you this, Howard? Why you need to show me this? Think about where all this money is going to go. All this money is backed by the loan. Eventually, need to go somewhere. We are in situations that money is going to be worth not a lot. In this case, just half. If you use before this January, if you own a US dollar, $1, and next 6 months later, your $1 probably doesn't mean $1. It actually doesn't mean $1. It means 50 cents. Because just look at this. We were having, you have 2 apples in the world before. Let's just say that, and now it's suddenly create 2 more apples. Your apple just half by the worth of it, right? This basically it's the same. But why I'm showing you this? Because all this money needs to go somewhere. Learn it fast, because all this money need to go to the hard asset, need to go to the commercial investment grade asset, professionally managed. What is better than someone that, you can say, I don't look at all those buildings out there. I intentionally set the camera so that you look at all this is, or basically the company doing restructurings that because no one's releasing all those. I'm showing you all this because while the office, while the hotel, while all these great assets were good before, it's suddenly affected. A few things that were not nearly affected is only apartments, industrial buildings, medical office, and upcoming up data centers. So it's the only other field that is becoming safe as asset. And that's why I'm keep telling all you guys investing in the multifamily, because there's one thing that we have to have is a place to live. In fact, if the demand, if not staying the same, in fact, it should be going higher and higher because everyone is staying at home. You probably need to bigger home and bigger place for you to actually set up your home office. And that's why multifamily guys like us and other people who are looking at this, we just cannot stop laughing. Again, map it out. Why I want to map it out for you guys? Because I want you to know that this is the time that you need to do all this. And then later for you. That's why I say map it out. So first of all, you need to know your network. You need to create your network. You need to know your investors. You have to create your team. You have to have your mentors. That's what I mean by map it out. Map out your network, map out your investor, map out your investor network, map out your team if you're not investing in Canada, map out your mentors, your sponsor, your experienced investor to hold your hand, right? It's come down to knowing the investor, creating a like from the investors, and have them to trust you. That's why I say know, like, trust. It has been the beginning. Whether we are on virtually right now, we are creating a trust. I'm creating a trust. All these people, David, Harold, Kelly, Michael, all you guys online, Scott, you are trying to create your trust with other people, with me. I'm trying to create trust with you over this virtual. The know, like, trust game never changed, haven't changed, won't be changed. Another thing is credibility. Credibility. How do you create your credibility? I share with you a little on this slides, on this Zoom call today. How do you build a track record? I'm going to show you. You start talking to investors, and one day, eventually, you're going to have your experience. First of all, what is your network? So let me go back here, and and I'm really open book. All you guys know me talking about online all the time. I'm really open book. Whatever I do, I tell you to do. When I say that, go to my meetup and introduce yourself. Use the whatever 30 minutes or 3 minutes. I never stop you guys. Introduce yourself to other people because you have to create your own economy, create your own network. Whether it's meetups, whether go to local REIA, stands for Real Estate Association, Zoom call, create your own Zoom call. All my students coming, learning from me, I say that, you should create your own Zoom call. You should create your own meetups. And, to be honest, you guys should do it while you're watching me. I know you guys want to learn about how to do multifamily. At the same time, you can also do both. You can create your own meetups. You can create your own meetup groups, own investor groups, and just copy what I'm doing and create an investor list. Social media accounts, other network, I say that on the very last sentence. Other networks that are worth going, at least 5. What are those? Wealthy Cups, wealthy cups that you can meet a lot of wealthy investors, and a lot of them in Calgary. Winter Cups and a couple other things. You can go Glencoe Cups. Go for the wealthy cups because you know what? That's no better way to meet wealthy people. If you agree with me or not, to go to wealthy people where they will be gathering, and just pay the deals and just go. And you're gonna say, you know what? And you're gonna need to know this. What is the cost for that? I would say spend wisely because there's going to be a lot of things you can go, but don't. I was like, I don't know whether I should say that, but I know, that I'm a strict shooter. I say that all the times. If I don't do it, I won't say that. If I do it, I will tell you guys. Don't go somewhere that is free. Create something for yourself. If it's free, sometimes that's a reason for that. They're going to promote themselves, just like now. It's open book. Why I'm opening this? I'm promoting myself at the same time, giving up values. I don't only just promote myself, but sometimes going to someone else free is not the best. Okay, I'm just laying it out, giving you guys a whole bunch of values because that's true. I'm not speaking what it is in the reality. I intend to go to somewhere because it costs me money many times. And I laid it out for you. I even laid out in my orange color. That's my hated brick color. The best is to create your own network. And I say it and I do it over and over again. Don't wait, guys. I love you guys. I love you guys all. That's why I tell you, this is the only one way to do it. I hope you do it. I'm doing it. I hope you do it. That's why I want to share with you guys. You guys should do it as well. Okay. Love you guys. So your investors. Second thing is your investor. You have to circle yourself with inner circle, your investor, and then expand. What is your inner circle? It will start with your network of friends, families, business associate, and co-workers. They are the people that trust you. They're the people who love you, and that's why they buy into your track record. At the beginning, you even have a track record, just like me at the beginning. I didn't have a track record. They trust me, they believe me, and of course, they're rewarding with that promise, that return that I said that, and eventually deliver that. But the thing is, go with your own internet network. Not saying that you may be zero money from your internet network, but don't take it lightly, because you know what? They're your training ground. The first day you're going to talk to an investor, you're going to talk to someone that you know, and they know that you've been investing. Don't talk to on the street, that guy's whatever guy, and you just say that, by the way, my name is Howard, I want to invest with you. Don't do that, because your friends, your family, your coworker, they are your biggest fans, and they may not invest with you, but they're gonna help you to perfect your skills, perfect your presentation, perfect your pitch, and perfect your conversations. All this is very, very important. And then if you have done it and you raise capital just like I did, expand your network, create something like bigger, create a Zoom call, whatever that is, create a meetup call, whatever that is, create a following, just share what you know. If you may not think about multifamily. I know multifamily, I've been doing that for years. That's why my value is to give it to my community in Calgary. But you may know some of the other things. Create your own network. Don't be scared to share something that you think that never coming back. Things is always fair. Expand your network and go to the outer circle. And my experience is some really want to be supporting you. And that is, I'm really fortunate, and has been the case for me. And they would like you in person, they would do something with you. And many will wait, and don't be lose heart. Many will wait and see until you have something. But you know what? They're not saying that, I don't want to do anything with you. I'm just saying that, I want to see what you have, what you're going to be doing. And I say that here, your investor, treat these people very, very nicely. I should put it too very nicely, very, very nicely, because number one, they support you with the hard-earned money. Not everyone in your network, definitely. I'm talking about my own network. Not everyone in my own network is multi-millionaire, and more importantly, they believe in you before anyone believe in you. They support you now, and at your infant stage, you may not have a track record, but they will do things with you. And some of them will do things with you because they like you. They like you. Come back to know, like, trust. And what do you do with your investor, with your mentors and sponsors? Do attraction to bring them to your business. By the way, everyone have mentors. I have mentors. I have lateral mentors. I have like elevator mentors, meaning that they teach me what I want to do in my business, and I have people that I want to learn from my students as well. So mentors can be coming from lateral, higher, or even lower. So, but what I'm talking about here, mentors, is you want to bring them in so that they can teach you how to do investing. I have my mentors. So what I did is I attract them to my business. I do whatever it needs to be, because I don't want to wait 20 years to build my experience. So typically, they're in your business network, they're in your co-working networks, and they're here to help. Typically, they have a track record already, like me, have experience in raising capital and closing the deals and bringing the deal together. Why I do that? Because I say that already. I don't want to wait 20 years. So I say that, what, I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to be, I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do, to a degree, and figure it out. Personal experience, there's a caveat to that. I track my mentors by paying. Not everyone do that. If you don't think that's the way, don't do that. But I found it that's the fastest, and also I found it is also a hard way to learn. Sometimes mentors not create the same. Mentors, at one time, I have 3 or 4 mentors. Only 2 of them actually helped me in my business. Hi, Peter. How are you? And, but the thing is, I say thanks to all of them, because I figured out all this. They may not, one mentor may not help me in my multifamily, but he is helping me in my marketing business, which, sales, and to be able to raise capital is very, very important, and he helped me a lot. But again, have a few mentors and talk to a few mentors and see what is the track record. What have they done? Have they raised capital? Have they closed a project? All these things you have to figure it out. Hi, Peter. You're the man too, Peter. Thank you. So know, like, trust. 5 years ago, I learned this from a senior investor. His name is, let's just call it David, okay? And he raised $1 billion worth of capital. And I was, this guy, my job, You look at this is like, I thought he was tournaments, but he know kung fu, and I thought he was joking too. But anyway, this David is this guy that is like 6 foot tall and white guy and have two partners standing next by him, and is talking about billion worth of capital that he needed to deploy. It was 2016 in Washington, in US. But anyway, he shared with this. I was like, at that time, I was so new in the game. It's like, hey, tell me this. You need to know the investor. You need to get them to like you, and eventually have them to trust you. And that nugget of knowledge and wisdom and has always stick with me. And it may take time, effort, and money and to raise capital. And he did tell it to me as well. But if you're not ready to commit it is not that easy. But you have to be making sure you take time to build your marketing. It takes time to make other people know you, to like you, and to trust you, and also take money. Take money to raise capital. All your effort. It's going to take money to basically attract your managers, attract the investor investing with you. All your offer memorandum to raise capital is going to take certain percentage of capital. But I figured it's way easier to actually do all those than save money to invest. I have a slide here about credibility, track record, and experience. And it is go hand in hand. Credibility, track record, and experience go hand in hand. You can build out your credibility at the beginning, but a little bit of you can do marketing like like everyone's like me who've been doing on Facebook, LinkedIn. You can have that, but at the same time, you also need a track record eventually. You also need experience eventually. And I find that partnering someone that have experience help me. Again, you can build out, also see investors doing slow. They may be in a single family investor, only in 1 or 2 units, and then they slowly go, I'm going to build slowly, and take me another 5 years to buy another 4plex, and take me another 5 years to buy another 10plex. By the end of the 20 years, to go into the 40, 50 unit space. But and that's fine too. And that's that maybe that person want to do, going step by steps. And that is a respectable and that's workable steps. And what I decided to do, and and like many people, is basically partner with people. I partner with people who have experience and have a track record to do that. When I first learning about investing, I don't have a track record. I decided someone who have 400 units in Seattle. So he becomes my mentors. And I just learned it from him. I just answered a whole bunch of questions. How do you do it? And also, he's a US guy. He's a US couple. Who had ability, had a track record, had experience. So first-hand experience to attract $50,000 online. Have no way to attract if I didn't have my credibility precedes me. Meaning that if I didn't build my credibility machine, I would no way to attract the $50,000. It's not the one that I show you. It's another lady that in Toronto. But if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be able to do it. Of course, credibility, track record, experience is where it goes hand in hand. Next slide. Track record experience is the hardest because you cannot buy and you cannot pay for it. You cannot fake the track record. I know some people would do it. I don't want you to do that. I say that again. Don't fake something that you're not. If you have to buy track record, the best way you can do it is partner with someone that who have experience and do whatever they suggest, and agree with the term that at least you can be a partner team with them. And that's the best way. That's the only way you can buy track record and experience. The only one way to partner with someone, I said it here, is use your time. And like you and I have do the work with you and use the track record experience. So partner with someone who has experience, track record, and there's tons of people out there online willing to do that. Why I put it on here? Because I want to show you that's a lot of work. I say that you have to do marketing. This is an example. All the green, all the orange things that I said here is all the marketing that I do. By the way, all this thing is free. I didn't have anyone to do it for me. And if I can do it, I think you can. Other people can do it. I know that. I have boot camps that talk about underwriting, using my own example, using my own success, how to raise capital. I have own Zoom call right now. Thank you very much for all you guys who joining me. You are all on the Zoom call because of you guys that I have this Zoom call. I have bi-weekly coach call on Wednesday, and I have meetups. The coach call is only for the people who will sign up on my online education, where I show you later on my meetups every second month, monthly Saturday, and I've risen my market with my selected mentees. I have, so what I show you on the last one is I'm really proud of the fact that even time like this, I'm able to still pull out 100% of the equity and pay my investor. Whether they want their equity back or they want to keep investing, that is the choice. But I'm really happy, even in times like this, still able to get the loan of well over 2 million Canadians, which 1.5 US. And I'm just ecstatic. I'm just really happy. I'm just really excited the fact that I'm still able to do that. And come down to the fact that you can build your track record and you can build your experience, like me, like other people who have done it. And this is my next step, multifamily investing, launching on July 1st. Stay tuned for that. And here we are. So take action today. Set up a call with me. I want to make it short and sweet today. Set up a call with me if raising capital is your thing. If you don't want to save $2 million to buy your first multi-million properties, partner with me. Set up a call with me. It's free. Talk to me about what do you want to raise capital, why is important to you, and just learn how to raise capital. And it's going to be worth much more times and money if you learn how to do this properly. Questions. And I want to say thank you very much for all you guys joining it, and welcome questions. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. Love you guys, and let me know if you have a question. You want to partner with me, ask me questions, send me email, whatever works for you guys. I love you all. So thank you very much for all you guys joining. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Have a good one.
Have a good one, Scott. Thanks so much. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. See you next time. Thanks, P. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Harold. Yeah, sorry, Harold. I should have put on the time. It's always Wednesday, 11 a.m. By the way. Thanks, David. Love you all. Bye. Bye, Will. Let me say hi to all you guys. Hi, John. Hi, Josh. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us. I love to see you. Love to see you guys. Thanks, Anna. Thank you, David. Hi, Simon. You're late. We're basically finishing up. But thank you for joining us. Hope to see you next week. And this is actually on YouTube as well, so you can watch live on YouTube. Thank you all. Bye. Great to have you guys all. See you guys next week.